kind of get into what the role of a wedding planner is?
Okay, so a wedding planner just helps you from conception, from the point of conception. It helps the couple, helps the family from the point of conception of the idea of getting married, down to the details, sourcing service providers, budget formation, activity schedules, just every little detail from when you realize you're getting married, maybe when you propose to, when you start to plan your wedding, down to the end of your wedding, to your after party, and the set down of your wedding. That's in a nutshell what a wedding planner does. They walk alongside you in that process and take charge of everything. Yeah, putting you at ease. All you do is really just dream. Yeah, you know.
I've seen
and pay
the true. It's quite. We're gonna get into that, but I've seen people who are maybe trying to pinch pennies on every end and suggest that maybe a planner might be just doing too much, or that the people who go the extra mile to get a wedding planner, it's like, you don't need that. You can just call the decor yourself. You can call so-and-so yourself. So what would be the difference of the experience?
A wedding planner is necessary because you have one central person who is experienced in the field, has worked with all these service providers, has done this multiple times to then guide you through that process. The thing about doing it yourself is you get it's an overwhelming experience because there's a lot of work to do, but then it's also a very emotional space and a very emotional time. It's not just two people coming together, but two families coming together. And so a wedding planner just helps you focus on that and do the work for you. I do appreciate though when people say that they can't maybe say they don't want to pay for a wedding planner because of financial constraints here and there. I get that, but I think it's very necessary to have a wedding planner.
And I like that you talked about the service providers, because I find like there are so many horror stories of service provider X, this one Y. I feel like as a planner, you kind of have already gone through all those things and you figured out, I guess, who to work with, who maybe to be iffy about. How have you navigated that?
I would say I've worked with a vast number of service providers. Maybe what I'll say about that is not who to work with and who not to work with, but sometimes when a client comes to you and they express to you what they feel and what they want and their theme and what, you're able to then place them with the different service providers, because service providers also have like a style, kind of like how, fashion people have a style and a style that they do. So when someone comes to you with their idea of what they want, you're able to kind of place them or recommend, because what we do is recommend. No one forces any service provider on anyone. Recommend the service providers you then think would fit within their space or within their what they want.
Okay. I mean, the space right now is so it's like very, very whimsical. Like the current wedding right now is it's like they build a world within this space, and they introduce everything into it. What's the scope like sometimes for these weddings?
People dream, and the beauty about the service providers we have in the industry, especially like the decorators and the tailor, all these people, they're so creative that they fit into someone's idea and just grow it and grow it and grow it. Honestly, the sky is the limit. I've seen all sorts of things being done, all sorts of things being brought to life, and it's just beautiful to watch different people plug in to give someone, the beautiful day, the beautiful experience, straight all the way from like the look and feel of the event to the service, to what they're wearing, to the music, it all fits together into one.
Right.
So I would say that the the whimsical thing. It's a theme right now, but it all comes from the client's mind.
Yeah.
And then it's the service providers that just come together to bring it to life.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We have peeped some of these budgets. They get crazy. Why is
do.
decor so crazy?
They
so
do.
pricey?
I would say decor is pricey because it's the dream.
Yeah.
It's honestly the dream. If your palette is,
Yeah.
people dream big things, and that then translates into, it's linear to what you have to pay for it. Do you know what I mean? And so what happens is those big deco budgets come from the dream of the client. But I will say that in that regard, when a client dreams, they see pictures. Pinterest, that's for Pinterest. People have so many Pinterest boards and what they've thought about this thing from when they were kids, and then they present that to then a decorator.
Yes.
So what happens is the decorator will then give you a quotation based off of that dream, and I like to call that the dream quotation. It doesn't necessarily mean that decorator cannot then fit into a normal price. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the dream quote. And then we then organize a meeting, a sit down. They're not robots, you know what I mean? They also know what's going on. They know the financial struggles of people. We then sit down and now refine the Pinterest mood board to then fit into the budget that so it's like, okay, in this picture, what do you like? And then, or maybe this is the figure we're willing to work with, and the decorators will then come and fit into the figure. So don't let those initial quotations scare you away. If you feel that that's your decorator, you feel like you like what they give you, and it may not just be 1, 2, 3 of them, don't fear to engage them more. Because they can then come down and fit into what you want. But your dream and your palette have to match, you know?
Yes.
You spend money for something good. But it doesn't mean you won't get something good for less. You can get something good. It just might not be
the exact copy.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
If you like this video, make sure to check out the rest of our page because there's so much more for you to see. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.